Community College, the premier training institution for teachers in the land of wood and water, and we're meters away from that this afternoon at the Eric Bell National Tennis Center in Kingston. It's day 1 of 2 Davis Cup action, Group 2. It's Jamaica versus Estonia. It's a playoff encounter. Good afternoon and welcome wherever you are across Jamaica, the Caribbean and indeed the world. It is our absolute pleasure to have you as part of this very special occasion. Yeah, it's the first time since 2007 that Davis Cup is taking place in Jamaica, and the fans are out in their numbers already. Definitely the Jamaican fans expectant that they will be able to turn over this Estonia team. We have 2 singles matches coming up this afternoon at what is really a transformed venue here at the National Tennis Center, and certainly if the tennis is to match the quality of the atmosphere here, then we're in for a banger of an
Why do we love football?
Because out there, on that pitch, we're all the same.
Join the growing number of Scene subscribers and keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA Schoolboy Football Season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home away from home. Subscribe today.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
Hi, I'm Samuel Chukwueze, World Leader on SportsMax.
Let's start with welcoming our ball persons to the court. ITF officials onto the court. the visiting team, Estonia. Time to meet the teams, and let's start with the visitors. Introducing Christian Tam, Kenneth Reisma, Johannes Seaman, Oliver Ojakar, and the team captain, Eke Tiedemann. Now to meet Team Jamaica, Bicknell, John Chin, please make welcome Roland Phillips, Bicknell, and the captain, Mel Spence. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the playing of the national anthems. Before we do that, let's introduce you to our officials. Referee Alejo Russell from Argentina. Chair umpire Jan Kay from Great Britain. And Miguel Ternera from Colombia. We'll start with the playing of the national anthem of visitors Estonia. Please keep standing for the playing of the national anthem of Jamaica. Thank you very much. Enjoy the tennis.
Well, there you have it. Official opening of this event at the National Eritville Tennis Centre in Kingston, Jamaica. And we're that much closer now to the start of the opening match today. There will be two matches. Singles matches on the opening day, and the Estonians, they arrived in Jamaica over a week ago for this tie, and they've had all that time to acclimatize to conditions, coming of course from the cold of Estonia to the heat of Jamaica. But one of the things they said that has helped them through the week is the chemistry that they have as a unit.
As a unit, we are always like good because we have very good chemistry between us. We are like one big family. We talk, we share with each other everything. And I don't know. We have to see on Saturday, Sunday where we are. But I think as a unit, we're okay.
Maybe it makes the week a little easier. But otherwise, once you're on the court, actually, you're on your own. Actually, I mean, of course the team helps, but you have to make the shots. So yeah, I mean, I guess it helps, but in the end of the day, the player has to be the one who's making the decisions on the court. So yeah, but it's nice.
Yeah, two of the Estonian players there talking about the chemistry that they have in the unit. Christian Tom, he will be playing the first singles match of today, and Jürgen Zopp will tell you a little bit more about him. Was scheduled to play singles today as well, but a late decision means that he will sit out and will likely play the doubles on day number 2. Now, if Jamaica is to get over the line in this tie, they will depend heavily on Roland Phillips. Just last year, he set a record for the most wins in Davis Cup by a Jamaican player, and he's really gone from strength to strength.
We have a nickname for him, Mr. Davis Cup.
Mr. Davis, that's funny. I don't know about that one, but it's just, I'm just happy to play.
So deserving of the name. He's been rock solid for us long before I got involved, and he's basically the captain of the team, the leader of the team.
Leader of the team and Jamaica's most successful Davis Cup player in both singles and doubles. Since his debut in 2015, the 29-year-old has racked up 13 wins in doubles and 25 in singles. That's 5 more than the previous record holder, Ryan Russell.
I grew up watching Ryan, and I think he's an amazing player. it's weird to think that I've passed him in wins. Obviously, I'm very grateful, and I give it my best every time I go out there. That's all I really can do. But I remember actually the last time Davis Cup was here, I was a ball boy. You know, I was just watching these guys compete and just thinking maybe I can try to do that one day. So I don't know if I dreamt of it, because I never really thought that I would be able to do this much, but it's truly, I'm just grateful to, and I'm still shocked when people say it, you know.
Now, Phillips is ready to add to his tally and hopefully lead Jamaica to victory against Estonia.
I feel good. I've been playing well. The last few times I competed, I've had really good, you know, mental discipline in my matches. I feel good physically. So for me, it's easier to compete in the big moments like this, because, you know, everything's there for you to want it, you know. So it's really just to go out there and give my best effort. That's all I can do.
Yeah, and we'll get a look at some of that mental discipline as he gets ready for the opening match of this time. And how well he has done for Jamaica. Let's have a look at Christian Tom then, from Tartu, Estonia, 24 years old, 6'1", 171 pounds. He's ranked 663 in the world, the highest ranked of the Estonia players here. They don't have Mark Lehal, who is 389 in the world, and he would have added depth to this squad. And there's also Jürgen Zopp, who was set to play the second singles match. He's been withdrawn late. We'll talk about that in a second. He has been ranked as high as 71 in the world. So it's Ricardo Chambers alongside Arthur Phillips. And Coach Arthur, I'm sure you would have been here the last time there was Davis Cup. I was but just a lad watching on television, not live like our viewers are watching now, but just clips. But Roland Phillips, what a player he's been for Jamaica since 2015. 25 wins now in Davis Cup, and that's in singles alone.
Good afternoon, viewers. Yes, Ricardo, good afternoon to you too. It's a pleasure to be here and to see Randy out there fighting. He's going to give it all he's got. His opponent has a significantly higher ranking than him, but that doesn't matter when you're out there.
Yeah, he resides in Jacksonville, USA. He was born in Kingston, Jamaica. 29 years old now, Randy Phillips. Just 5'6". Yeah, he's a short one, 155 pounds. And as Arthur Phillips pointed out, ranked 1,387 in the world. So yes, that is significantly below Christian Tom. But in speaking with Christian earlier this week, he did say to me, listen, I might be ranked higher than all the other players here, but when you come into a Davis Cup situation, especially because you're playing away from home, anyone can win, anyone can lose on any given day. The difference in quality might not be as wide as the difference in ranking might suggest.
Quite correct. And also Randy has a advantage of playing in front of his home crowd. That's going to count for something, and I can tell you he's going to be fighting from the first to the last point.
Yeah, he certainly will be. Randy Phillips, as I said, made his Davis Cup debut in 2015, and when they travelled to Greece last year, the Jamaica team, that's when he surpassed the outstanding Ryan Russell. Ryan Russell was such a brilliant Davis Cup player for Jamaica. He went to Greece on 20 wins and got the 21st victory there. Jamaica, of course, that was a Group 2 playoff tie as well. Jamaica leading 2-0 at the end of the opening day, and they went on to lose that one, but they said they took so many lessons from that experience, playing away from home, playing on clay, playing against higher ranked players, and they really pushed the Greeks all the way. Randy Phillips losing the 5th and final tie in 3 sets. Really good final match, but he couldn't pull it off on that day. He'll be hoping that he'll be able to pull it off today. But yeah, the first day victory got him the record, getting by Ryan Russell, and then of course he lost that match on the Saturday. But since then he's won 4 straight Davis Cup matches. That was in Group 3 Americas play, though. That was in the summer of last year, and here he is starting things off. Christian Tom, though, as you pointed out, will be no walkover. He is a solid player, ranked 663 in the world. world, and he probably comes into this one as the favorite.
I agree with your analysis. He is a big, tall, strong lad. We're going to shortly see what his strategy is, but he looks like he's going to be playing very aggressive from the baseline. Randy's a good counter-puncher, so Randy's going to have to figure this out and probe for the weakness and apply it. The longer it goes, is probably the better for Randy.
Yeah, Christian Tom played his first Davis Cup match in 2018, has played 4 ties since then. This will be his 6th singles match, actually has a losing record in singles, 2 wins and 3 losses, and he will be looking to better that throughout the course of this tie. At least that is what the Estonians will be hoping for. As we pointed out earlier, 24 years old now, and looking for a big performance for the Estonians. Saw both teams practicing earlier in the week. Of course, this court newly laid here at the Eritville National Tennis Center. The Estonians feeling that it was a little bit slow. Well, in fact, I think the reaction from both teams is that the court is slow. I get the impression, though, that the Jamaicans, definitely Randy Phillips, prefers that type of surface with higher bounce as well. I got the impression, though, that the Estonians may not necessarily favor that, but that does not mean that they can't play quality tennis on it.
Oh no, and as you know, the first match is a big match in the rubber. It's so much pressure. You have to go out there and get that first point and then let the rest of your teammates relax.
Yeah, for sure. So that is what faces these two players, Christian Tom from Estonia and Roland Phillips representing Jamaica. And looking at Christian Tom's record, has played 2 of his matches on clay in Davis Cup, lost both those clay court matches, and the other defeat coming on hard courts like this one. And his 2 victories, the surface listed as unknown. Not exactly sure why the surface would be listed as unknown, but yeah, he'll know a little bit about this surface here this afternoon, because they've had an entire week to practice on the surface, and we're getting closer to the start of this one. Group 2 Davis Cup playoff here in Kingston, Jamaica. It is the first time since 2007 that the Davis Cup is being held here, and a nice support early for this opening encounter. Roland Phillips versus Christian Tom.
First set. Time for Estonia to serve. Ready? Play. Halt.
Exactly the start Randy Phillips would have wanted. He would not be afraid of those long rallies, Roland Phillips. As you pointed out, very much a counter-puncher, and won't mind staying out there as long as it takes for him to get the job done. And that is exactly what Tom will want to do. The big shots. Watch the Estonians train, and most of them, they hit the ball flat and hard.
That's correct. He's a big, tall young man, and he has a good first serve. We'll have to see how many of them he gets in the box.
Very good second serve to set up the forehand winner. First of the encounter, and he stays ahead in this opening game. Always so important to have weapons in tennis.
Absolutely.
couple of backhand errors to start the encounter. And maybe that's an avenue that Roland Phillips can look to.
Trying to drop shot, but Randy is very, very fast and effective in those situations.
Yeah, that's exactly what he wants.
Big first serve, setting up the short ball, which he put away quite easily.
Still early in this match, but right away you're seeing that quite likely the longer rallies will favour the Jamaican, and that Tom will look to shorten the points as much as possible. Brilliant way. 2 aces in the opening game.
So we see he's directing his serves to Randy's backhand and trying to pull him wide off the court. Good tactic. That was successful in the first game. Let's see what Randy has now. Important for him to hold his serve early in the match and not go down 2-0.
Always so critical when you're playing a big server where opportunities you know could potentially be limited. It's important to focus on your serve. That's where you stay in the match. That's
Correct.
where you apply the pressure.
Correct.
He'll have the crowd behind him, Roland Phillips, and he'll be accustomed to this. Told me earlier this week that these are the occasions he lives for, the big moments, and this is a massive moment. Says he's dreamt of this for a while, to be able to play Davis Cup tennis in front of his home crowd, and it's already a good turnout for the 29-year-old to show off what he's capable of.
He enjoys playing at home.
First service.
Just a solid all-round game. Roland Phillips. Strength definitely the forehand though. Yeah, dictating with that big heavy forehand, a couple of deep shots to Phillips's backhand.
But we see Tom has done his homework and already he's directing most of his offense to Randy's backhand.
Interviewed him earlier this week, Christian Tom. He said he didn't know much about the Jamaicans. Well, clearly from what we've seen in the first couple of games, that's not true.
Not at all.
Could be going for a shot. There's no doubt about it.
He's good. He wants to pressure Randy and get an early break.
And that's how they play. They're aggressive players, the Estonians. Not just Christian Tom, but you'll see it from the others as well. Yeah, backhand arrow. Clear game plan. He's going to find that Phillips backhand as much as possible and stay there.
Quite correct. It's trying to send an early message.
Key now is for Phillips to try and get out of that pattern as much as possible. It starts with getting those first serves in.
He's hanging in there. So crucial for him to hold his serve in this first.
Almost seems as if it's about who can find the backhand first. That's a third backhand arrow coming from Tom already in this match.
That's a very good point.
Here's a critical point coming up at 30 all. Yeah, this is where Tom was able to put down two big serves to hold to start the match. Can Phillips respond? Initially called out by the lines official, the chair umpire overruled the call, saying it was in. I think Randy's probably querying it if it should be his point. I think he might have thought that the call came after the shot had been played. But he gets another opportunity at a first serve. A deadly slice, and this time comes up with a very good backhand down the line and arrives at the first break point opportunity of this contest.
Tommy's mixing up his backhand. Sometimes he comes up at the top spin, and then he's very good at the slice.
Yeah, Randy probably a little bit slow to get up to that short slice. Fourth backhand arrow, and the first pump of the fist coming from the Jamaican. Solid point from Phillips though, showing that he got that first serve in, and the first opportunity he got to go to the backhand, he did exactly that. Wasn't necessarily an aggressive shot, which you don't always need. You just need to find the weakness and be able to stay there long enough to open up the court. There he is again, trying to find the backhand, forcing him to run around it. And
very good second serve, very deep.
Advantage Jamaica.
We want this first serve in now.
Spoke about his mental awareness in these matches, tactical awareness as well. And here you go.
Excellent here. So we see Randy's plan. Get the first serve in, right to his backhand, and force error. Very good response.
5 backhand arrows already from the Estonian in this match. And we're only 2 games in. I think we found the weaknesses of both players.
Randy's tough like his father, Rennie, who was also an excellent tennis player and national football representative.
We did have a heavy shower of rain earlier, delayed the start by half an hour, but it's beautiful sunshine now.
Yes, Tennis Jamaica has done an incredible job of preparing this venue. Surface supports, landing, playing very well, a lot of hard work.
Yeah, first double fault of the encounter, and sometimes when you have break point and you are unable to convert, it can have a ripple effect for the next game. And throwing in the double fault right away, and now a foot fault.
Maybe a little sign of nerves?
Yeah, probably a little bit rattled. Second double fault. Now here's a big opportunity for Phillips to try and seize the initiative.
Huge one. Gonna see Tom try and get in his first serve now.
Can't buy a first serve. Wow, the 24-year-old really struggling in this game. Not sure I've seen this before. 3 double faults in a row.
He's a little impatient. He's not going for a nice deep slice serve, topspin serve to Randy's backhand and work the point. He wants to finish it quickly.
3
big chance for Randy here now.
Yeah, 3 breakpoint opportunities for Phillips. Wow, another foot fault.
Sign of nerves.
Yeah, opened up the court nicely. The forehand deep to Phillips's backhand.
15-14.
And then the forehand cross court to get the arrow. One break point saved.
Thank you.
That's great tennis. He was expecting the forehand to go inside out to his backhand. Phillips went to the forehand, crushing forehand shot. And the Jamaican has the early break.
Excellent response by Randy. He was patient, and when he got his opening, he pounced on it, as you said, surprised him, going to the other side of the court. Very good response.
Now it's Tom with all the thinking to do, the 663rd ranked player in the world. Only in his 6th Davis Cup match, he is going up against a Jamaican who has played well over 40, 25 wins to his credit, and has been in these pressure situations time and time again. Experience counts for a lot in this game.
As he said, Tom, and as you pointed out, national ranking is not that important in Davis Cup matches. Davis Cup is a very high pressure situation, representing your country.
Time.
And the crowd will try and get more and more into this contest. Phillips up a break. 2-1 in the first. That's great tennis.
And it starts with the first serve. Good deep first serve. Put him under pressure from the first ball.
Not a capacity crowd by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a really good turnout already, and more individuals expected to come in. Really dictating with that forehand, Roland Phillips.
Good tennis, making him run. I just wish it was like 11, 12 o'clock in the hot sun.
This can happen. It can really wake you up and relax you when you can save a break point early.
Correction, the ball was good.
And Randy Phillips has looked a relaxed player since he was able to save break point in his first service game. And on the other side of the court, Christian Tom has looked rather rattled.
Randy is good now. He's believing in himself and just trying to play good, solid tennis. Cutting down on the errors and forcing errors out of his opponent. He's in a good place now mentally. Tom, on the other hand, seems a little nervy.
Yeah, the errors piling up from the racket of the Estonian. Yeah, change the direction of the second serve.
Good second serve. He surprised Tom. Randy's picking his spots well. He's changing up when he has to.
Part of being a good server is your ability to work different areas of the service box.
Exactly.
Not have your opponent get into a rhythm where they can almost camp out at one side and wait for the ball to be there.
Let's see if Tom is more patient with this service game, because he cannot afford to lose another serve here.
Got the serve in, but tried to force the forehand.
He's rushing. He's rushing a little bit.
Love 15.
And the errors are really piling up now. Started with a backhand, now we're seeing a few forehand errors. Great backhand down the line to open up the court. Finished off with
15
a comfortable volley.
Very good approach shot. No, he looks competent at the net too.
Definitely very competent at the net from what I saw in his doubles training this week.
And he's making him have to use that backhand. We'll see how it stands up.
15.
I think on that point as well, he was trying to get out of the cycle, so really trying to get that backhand deeper into the court, and that caused the error. He thought he had the ace.
Yeah, but overruled.
And the double fault.
15, 40.
He's falling apart here early in the contest, the Estonian. Definitely not the start he would have wanted, and a couple of break point opportunities for Phillips.
This is big game for Randy now. If he can force him into an error here.
Net. For service.
Cam is not a happy camper now. Randy trying hard to get the ball deep to his backhand. He's playing with a clear intention. He knows what he's trying to do. Still another break point.
Saved one of the three in his last service game. Well, now he'll get a first serve. Quite a number of overrules already in this match from the chair.
He's a very seasoned international umpires.
Out. Yes.
Oh, I know Randy wish he had that one back.
Went for the shot, just missed it. Sometimes you just have to tell yourself, good miss, and get it out of the system quickly.
Absolutely.
Thank you, please. Thank you, sir.
Beautiful stuff.
Very good tennis. Randy has a definite game plan in mind. He's probing that backhand and trying to get the ball deep.
Jamaica.
Yeah, he's executing beautifully. At this level, you just can't afford to have such an obvious weakness.
Not at all, you know, and you said it well. It's one thing to have a plan. You also have to be able to execute it.
3 break points saved in this game alone.
First,
wow, another overrule from the chair. It was called out by the lines official. a forehand arrow, trying to force the issue, the Estonian. So what happens at the end of the day, the umpire in the chair has overall responsibility for the contest. Now, if any of the lines officials, now there's an official that calls each line on the court, and if the chair umpire thinks that any of those calls is wrong, then he can overrule, which is what has happened on a number of occasions so far. Another break point for the Jamaican, and this time he converts. Opens up the opening set with a second break, and the bench likes that. They know how big that is.
Jamaica lead 4 games to 1.
Very good from Randy. He missed one break point, came right back, was patient, and he's sticking to his plan.
Lovely deep forehand cross court. And the Estonian very much uncertain as to what he wants to do at this stage. A lot to talk about, a lot to think about.
He's definitely tense. You can see the forehands. His body language is not good on his first serve. He's dropping his left hand, not staying up. He's not relaxing and going through the process. But he's a tough one. He's not over by any means. He's going to play his way back into it. What Randy needs to do is just hold his serve and see out this first set. Save all your energy for holding your serve.
He has been ranked as high as 625 in the world. Career prize money of over $36,000 US, that is. Change to his footwear in this sport, that can make a massive difference. Let's see if he starts moving any better.
Thank you, players are ready.
4-1, Phillips in front, opening set. First time he's really hit that flat serve today, Randy Phillips, so the confidence is growing.
And he not only hit it hard, but hit it to his desired target, deep to the backhand corner.
First double fault of the encounter for the Jamaican. Whoa.
15-30.
Now back-to-back doubles for the Jamaican. That came out of nowhere.
Just has to relax and keep his nose in front. Don't press too hard here now. Good solid first serve to his backhand. Get even on the board. Get back to 30 all.
Right back to what he was doing.
Excellent.
Nice kick serve to the backhand corner. And getting another arrow.
Let's see if he goes after Tam's backhand again on this first serve.
If it's not broken, no need to fix it. We haven't really seen an extended rally, because once either player gets on top, they tend to close it out or get the arrow. Brilliant forehand that. Second serve coming up. Longest rally of the match, and it's Tom who comes out on top. Did a much better job with the initial return, took a couple of steps across to the backhand and got it deep.
Ladies and gentlemen,
to get himself into the rally, and then that deep heavy forehand getting the arrow from the Jamaican.
He seems to be getting a little more patient now, Tom.
Has to. Great serve.
As I said, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
advantage Jamaica.
Another opportunity.
Huge serve.
5-1. Just what the doctor ordered for the 29-year-old Jamaican in front of his own crowd in Kingston. And he's putting on a fine show in this opening set, 5-1.
Textbook serve. Left hand extended, staying up, and he found that corner again. Randy being very smart, and as important or even more so, very consistent.
This is probably better than even he would have expected with a 5-1 lead in the opening set.
Very pleasant surprise.
And especially after the opening game where the Estonian put down a couple of big serves, 2 aces to win that first game. But he hasn't been able to follow up since then. A couple of good serves to start this game though. Oh, what a shot.
Oh,
what
brilliant.
a shot.
That was a very good slice approach that time. Randy had to get down low and place it perfectly.
15.
He'll think about living in Randy's backhand after that.
That looks wide.
Yeah, called wide. Just not having the patience to try and stay in the rallies doesn't surprise me from how I saw them train the Estonians. They're big hitters. They like to go for the winners. They like to hit the corners. Unfortunate for the Estonian. Phillips takes full advantage to get to his first set point.
This is it. Let's see what Tom does with his first serve.
Hot.
Went for it, pressing a bit too much.
Double to close the opening set. 6 games in a row for the Jamaican.
Dream
Kingston
start.
is alive.
Dream start for Randy. Tom is a seasoned player though. He's not going to fold up and go away. He will get better. Key for Randy now is to be consistent, not let his game drop.
He has to get better if he is to have a chance in this one. Christian Tom had a very good match, had a very good start to the match, showed some amount of steel in coming up with 2 big serves at 30-all to win the opening game. But since then he struggled on serve, he struggled with his backhand, he struggled with his forehand, he struggled with his entire game. A couple of really good shots here and there, but the consistency not quite there. And Phillips has grown in confidence as the match has gone on, as the set went on, he grew in confidence.
You're quite right, Ricardo.
There you go. 52% of first serves in for Phillips, just 48% for Tom. 2 aces for Tom, but 4 double faults. Just 1 double fault for the Jamaican. Look at the unforced error count. 23 for Tom and 11 for Roland Phillips. And I think that's where the difference is in this match at the moment. The number of unforced errors from the racket of the Estonian compared to what the Jamaican is delivering. The first set out of the way at the Eric Bell Tennis Centre in Kingston. And it's Jamaica's Roland Phillips up 6-1.
Another interesting statistic.
Second set. Jamaica to set. Out. 15-30.
Into the opening game of this second set, Phillips with a game point. The Estonian has come out looking a lot better in this second set, but Phillips has weathered the storm and holds for a 1-love advantage in the second.
In the first set, Tom only had 1 break point on Randy's serve and he didn't convert. So Randy's been solid with his serves. It's not letting him get in a hole, get in a hole, you know. So, and Randy in his own right is a very good coach. As you know, he's the assistant coach at University of Northern Florida. And in his first season there, his team did very well. So Randy's always thinking in the court, always being able to figure it out. So he's very disciplined in his approach to his strategy.
That has made a big difference so far this afternoon for the Jamaican. Disciplined approach, he's executed brilliantly. Came in with a game plan, no doubt. At this level, you always have a game plan. It's about whether you can put it together And Phillips has put it together beautifully so far. Oh, here's a big moment for Tom. He can't afford to go behind early in the second.
15.
Oh, that's a lovely serve.
He's going to come out big now. That's his style, and he's going to stick to it. And he's probably saying, this can't get much worse, so I might as well go for it.
Yeah, two wonderful serves to start the second set for the Estonian.
Net.
You won't win tennis matches if you can't get the serve in. Wow, he pulled off a Nick Kyrgios there.
Sneaky underhand one, and it worked.
Definitely surprised Phillips. So much debate around the sport whether that should be allowed, the underarm serve. You've been around for a long time, Coach. I would love to hear what you have to say about it.
Well, all's fair in love and war, and it keeps things interesting, you know. You have to look out for it. Michael Chang won a big point in the French Open years ago with it, you know, so that's how tennis is. You have to keep thinking all the time.
The way I see it, right, if the returner can drop 10, 15 feet behind the baseline to return a massive serve, then I can do an underarm serve.
Absolutely.
Yeah, another lovely serve out wide to close out the opening game. 1-1 in the second.
He's serving much better now. He's relaxing more. You see his body language when he throws the ball up. He's extending fully, Tom, and not rushing his technique.
He's also playing better off the ground, I think. He's been willing to be a little bit more patient. Definitely in the last service game for Phillips. Had a few extended rallies. But Randy was able to hold tough. He doesn't mind those long rallies.
Not at all. He's scrambling for everything, and he's returning pretty aggressively when he gets to the ball.
That's a really good combination for the Estonian.
You see what he's trying to do now. First wide toe around his backhand, and then take him to the other side.
Yeah, worked really well.
He has a huge forehand, you know, so he can get it over there quickly. Good serve by Randy. Good serve.
Smart serve. He's always going to be expecting it to the backhand, especially because Phillips is behind in the game. He's thinking the go-to is the kick serve to the backhand, and he delivered the flat one up the tee.
Good point, Ricardo. That's exactly what happened.
That's what you have to do. Always keep your opponent guessing.
And in the first set, when Randy got the short ball, he went to the forehand a couple of times. So Tom doesn't know which way to go now. It's not always to the backhand.
Just being so calm and composed out on court.
He's managing himself very well, and he's very smart, you know. Runs in the family. His dad, Ren, was a mathematics major.
Yeah, tennis is a very difficult sport, but it's always made easier when you're clear as to what you want to do. And Randy Phillips is very clear out there at the moment. Has only faced one break point in this match. And in the big moments, he's the one coming up with the big shots.
His mental composure really, really impresses me, you know. He's always, you know, exhibited being a good athlete. But the way he's thinking this through and sticking to his plan, It's quite good. It's tough going out there first, you know. You're the most successful Davis Cup player. To give us a chance at this, you have to win the first game. It's a lot of pressure. He's handling it very well, though.
It is a lot of pressure. And the Jamaicans will always be thinking you want to have the lead. Also important as well, if Phillips can get through this one comfortably, it means he has a lot more gas for day two, which is probably what the team didn't have in Greece last year. Had to play 2 tough singles matches, Phillips, and then had the doubles to start the second day as well.
Yes.
Takes its toll.
That doubles match was critical, you know. Took a lot out of him.
Oh, that's just great serving. That is what will keep him in this match.
Exactly. Tom has to serve bigger now, and accurately as well.
Yeah, has to get them in. He's been serving big the entire match, but they aren't always going in. Finding the corners, backhand, forehand, keeping his opponent behind the baseline, and finally gets his reward with the backhand arrow.
Make him go wide, Randy. Welcome him to the Jamaica sun. Let him feel this.
Incidentally, the Estonians arrived in Kingston before the Jamaicans. Randy Phillips, though, one of the earliest Jamaicans to arrive. That is what pressure can do. 15-all, big moment. Pretty simple forehand shot. Clips the top of the tape, and you're down 15-30.
This is a huge game. If Randy holds here, Tom is in serious trouble.
Backhand slice work. Thought he had an opportunity to go down the line with the backhand midway that rally. Decided to go back cross court, but it paid dividends at the end.
I thought so too. I thought he was going to go for the forehand, but he's been patient. He's playing like a coach.
Didn't look like the greatest backhand slice. Had a little float to it and sat up. But the Estonian unable to do anything with it. First break of the second. And Phillips in complete control of this contest.
He's so smart, you know. He's just playing well within himself and making Tom have to go for it. Such a good thinker on the court.
Individuals from all walks of life watching this Davis Cup encounter in Kingston.
Nice crowd. I wish it'd be a little louder.
Well, they're thinking they're probably saving it for a closer match. Oh, that's great tennis. That is what will happen if you drop that ball in the middle of the court and give him an opportunity to hit a forehand. And because Randy has been able to hit his spots, he's been able to dictate with his forehand, which means he's had to hit fewer backhands. And it's making a massive difference. The Estonian, not the same. He has been unable to get ahead in the rallies. And the slow nature of the court will also help Phillips.
Yes, this is so.
Hasn't been broken in this match, Randy Phillips. Just one breakpoint opportunity against his serve. And a spot of bother at 15-30 now. Just a little opening for the Estonian. Not for the first time.
Not for the first time.
Really aggressive on that point, Roland Phillips.
You know, that's so good. It was a second serve. He got it in, still played aggressive, came to the net, put more pressure in, paid off. He has time thinking.
Forehand looking like a weapon. Just too many of those. Hasn't been able to consistently put enough pressure on the Jamaican.
It's like you said though, Ricardo, he's always trying to come from behind. That's the problem. He can never get in front to dictate. So he has to press a little bit too much. He can't be as patient as he'd like to be. Here's another big second serve. Randy has to make this one.
Part of the issue is that doesn't seem in his nature to be patient.
Ooh, that was a good try. Randy saw the opening, tried to close out the game right there.
Yeah, just sailed long. He had also been forced off the court as well, so needed a really good shot to win that point.
He had to go for it.
Rear deuce on his serve. Yeah, went for the money position, the serve to the backhand of Tam. Shouts of out coming from the crowd might have distracted both players, but it was Phillips who held his composure to get to game point.
He's thinking it, but not overthinking it, you know. He's staying with his plan. He's being consistent. Just a little tentative on that serve.
Rear loose shot. Just missed it.
You can see his plan though. Push Tam wide to the backhand side and come back with a surprise quick forehand to the other side. So even when he misses, it's like a good miss, you know?
Yeah, I think I'm being unfair to him by saying it was a loose shot. It really wasn't a loose shot. Well thought out, but just missed it. I think he would have expected to make that.
Yes. Forcing the error again.
I think he's running out of ideas. He's not sure at this stage how to approach this.
He's rattled for sure.
He isn't having enough success off the ground. His serve has been inconsistent. And eventually that starts to play on your mind. It's also getting to the stage of the match where you know that if you don't pull it together right now, it's going to be over very quickly.
Time is running out.
Even though time can't run out in tennis.
That is true.
But you're very much right. It seems to be running out here on the Estonian.
Yes.
That's a backhand error though, and we're back at deuce. Could be another critical game. We saw one similar to this in the first set. It's 3-1.
Yes.
Phillips has the break, but if the Estonian is able to break here, he's right back in it.
Right back in it, Ricardo. First serve, no, Randy.
Peppering the backhand. And then a crushing forehand.
So it worked this time. It's the same shot he missed on the last point, but he's still sticking to his guns.
There are so many Rafael Nadal fans in Jamaica and across the world. And one of the things Rafael Nadal is so good at is pinning players, his forehand to their backhand. We saw him do it to Roger Federer for many, many years. And then finish off with that inside out. It's a similar tactic that the Jamaican is employing here right now.
You know, when Randy was a kid, that was his nickname, Little Rafa.
That's gone long, and that's a big hold.
Huge hold. You know, I really like his demeanor, Randy's demeanor. He doesn't get too excited. He doesn't get down on himself. He has a very even disposition. He's intense, but in a very calm way.
Yeah, Coach Mel Spence said that he is the tiger on court. And he ensures that Jacob Bicknell behind him can smile.
It's good seeing these young ones out representing. So, Ricardo, you're a good player yourself. What would you be telling Tam now on the changeover? He's down 4-1.
What I would have told him from the start of the second set, try and get a rhythm. He's trying to force every single shot, and he's not giving himself an opportunity to get into the match. And that's where you have to start when you're on the back foot. You have to start thinking about, okay, what are the things I need to do technically to get myself back into this game? If it means extending a few rallies until you get that rhythm going, then that's what you have to do. Ensure you get those first serves in.
Yes, as you rightly said, in tennis there's no clock. You know, you can play forever. So you have to take time and get back into the match.
Yeah, this forever looks as if it's going to be about an hour at this stage.
Yes. Don't watch the scoreboard now. Just play each ball on its own merit. Don't look at the score. Get your first serve in.
Yeah, what Tam has continued to do is to try and force the initiative. The errors keep piling up. And then he gets himself into a position now where he seems out of ideas. That's a good second serve. And another error. So that's what I'm talking about. You're in the point. When you get into a situation like this, wait on the shots where they are in your zone to go for those big strikes. That's what Phillips has done. He's been patient. He's kept the ball deep. And whenever he gets those short balls, he pounces. Tom is looking to force everything. That's a really good get from Phillips. Oh, that's brilliant.
That is some good tennis. That is some very good tennis.
Doesn't get much better than that. A wry smile from the Estonian, because I think now he knows if he didn't before, he's seriously up against it.
He knows this is going to get tougher and tougher for him.
The finish line doesn't seem far away now. Love 30 and a second serve coming up with the Jamaican up 4-1 in the second.
Oh, that's beautiful. But Randy did the right thing. Make him hit another ball. He could miss.
Needs about 49 more of those. He's out of ideas, so he's looking to hit even bigger now.
You're exactly right. He's pressing. He's pressing too much now. He doesn't have the patience to work it now.
At this stage, he's pretty much given up. And he's just trying to hit the cover of every ball. It's like a cricketer who feels as if he won't get 50 from 10, so he just swings.
Yes. He's not willing to do the work now.
Double break for the Jamaican. And now this outstanding 29-year-old will serve for the match. Has played so many Davis Cup encounters, but never before in front of his home crowd. And maybe he's put together one of his best performances to open the show. Can he close it out right here? Oh, first ace of the match.
That's a good answer to your question so far. And right at the same target, deep in the backhand corner.
Yeah. Couldn't line up the backhand down the line, had the space.
You call it right, Ricardo. He wasn't willing to go cross court another time and play a couple more balls to the point.
I just think it's not in his nature.
Perhaps that is a problem. He can't adapt.
Called in. Second ace of the game. And the Jamaican arrives at match point.
At the same spot.
What a performance from Roland Phillips. That's it. Roland Phillips strikes first in Kingston.
Such a
record
good
extending 26th victory for Jamaica in Davis Cup. Beats the world number 663. A man who is ranked almost 700 places above him.
That is an amazing win. And he was in command from start to finish.
Gets a chance to celebrate in front of his home crowd. That was brilliant.
That's a beautiful moment. I know his dad is watching him now and feeling really good. Rennie, wherever you are, enjoy.
5 Davis Cup victories in a row for this 29-year-old. He didn't get tight at any point of that match. Well, definitely after that opening game. And the finish was brilliant. A couple of aces, all big serves in that final game. And that is exactly how you want to finish a match with confidence. It sends a signal for your next opponent as well, and that we are ready for this.
Now, that's an important point you make, because this makes the next Jamaican player up relax a lot more.
There's
that was
a lot more where that came from.
Roland Phillips, well done, son.
So the Jamaicans taking a 1-0 lead in this Group 2 playoff tie against Estonia. Estonia, the number 9 seeds, ranked 10 spots ahead of Jamaica. And there are your final statistics. 2 aces apiece to finish the match. And I think this is the second set summary, just for the second set. And Roland Phillips dominating just in all areas.
But that's interesting. Tom had 67% of his first serves in and still couldn't close it out.
Yeah. Roland Phillips strikes first in Kingston. wins the opening match of this tie versus Estonia. Jamaica up 1-0. We'll be hearing from the winner coming up shortly after the break.
What you doing when the money come? Gotta get it now, ain't no time to stop. Tell them I want everything, yeah, I want it all. What's the point of grinding if you ain't gon' ball? I gotta go, I gotta dash, I gotta run, go.
Hi, I'm Samuel Chukwueze. Watch the Liga on SportsMax.
UEFA Champions League returns February 14 on your home of champions, live on SportsMax and SportsMax 2.
Hi, I'm Samuel Chukwueze. Watch the Liga on SportsMax.
Join the growing number of scene subscribers and keep in touch with everything from the Caribbean, including the ISA Schoolboy Football Season, exclusive from Jamaica. Call your cable operator and ask for Scene TV via Optimum in the Northeast US market and Bell & Rogers in Canada, or come straight to the source at www.scene.tv and pay $4.99 a month. Be at home away from home. Subscribe today.
What you doing when the money come? Gotta get it now, ain't no time to stop. Tell them I want everything, yeah, I want it all. What's the point of grinding if you ain't gon' ball? I gotta go, I gotta dash, I gotta run, go.
Why do we love football?
Because out there, on that pitch, we're all the same.
What you doing when the money come? Gotta get it now, ain't no time to stop. Tell them I want everything, yeah, I want it all. What's the point of grinding if you ain't gon' ball? I gotta go, I gotta dash, I gotta run, go.
Why do we love football?
pitch, we're all the same.
All right, we're here with Randy Phillips. Roland Phillips just secured victory in the opening match of this tie. Roland Phillips, first of all, assess that performance for us.
It was very good, very clean. I didn't make many unforced errors. Overall, very, very solid, very consistent on my part.
6-1, 6-1. Was it easier than you thought it would be?
I think yes. I think it went a lot better than expected. He's a very tough opponent. Maybe he didn't play his best today, but I took advantage of all my opportunities.
What do you think made the difference?
I definitely think he was unsettled in this atmosphere, and the Jamaican people really helped me out a lot. The environment, the crowd gave me energy. You know, you could tell that he wasn't comfortable, and so I think it was really the crowd that helped me.
Yeah, and talk to me a little bit more about the atmosphere. It's the first time that you get an opportunity to play in front of your home crowd in Davis Cup. Must have been special.
Extremely special. It's a dream come true. Looking over and seeing my family, my friends after points kept me focused, kept me locked in, kept me focused on the goal. So it's just a dream come true.
Yeah, I'm sure you're well aware the job far from done. One more singles match to come today, doubles tomorrow, possibly reverse singles as well. How do you get the team to remain focused now with more big matches to come?
Yeah, well, we had a very good learning lesson the last time we were in Greece, and so there's no celebrations yet. We still have a long way to go. We need to get to 3. This is only 1, so there's 2 more wins to be had.
All right, congratulations on a great win. Well done, Roland.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, Roland Phillips winning the first match of the tie against Estonia. Jamaica up 1-0. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
The EFL Sky Bet Championship all season long on the home of champions. The EFL Sky Bet Championship all season long on the home of champions.
Why do we love football?
I'm Samuel Chukwueze. Watch the Liga on SportsMax.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
What you doing when the money come? Gotta get it now, ain't no time to stop. Tell them I want everything, yeah, I want it all. What's the point of grinding if you ain't gon' ball? I gotta go, I gotta dash, I gotta run, go.
La Liga Week 20 closes out on Monday with a mid-table clash. Rayo Vallecano, Almeria, 3 p.m. 4 ECT, live on SportsMax 2 and the SportsMax app.
You're never far from home when you're watching Scene TV. We bring the Caribbean to you. And now it's even easier to stay up to date on all things Caribbean when you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Latest action in sports, the biggest news stories in the region, and all the excitement in the world of entertainment. So join our community today. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and click the notification bell to stay informed. Scene TV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
Back at the Eric Bell. Back at the Eric Bell Tennis Center in Kingston for day one of the Davis Cup Group 2 tie between Jamaica and Estonia. Jamaica leading 1-0. Roland Phillips with his 26th career Davis Cup win, getting the better of Christian Tom 6-1, 6-1. An excellent performance from the Jamaican to give the home team the advantage. Well, the Estonians, they have a lot of work to do if they are to get back into this tie. But before the second encounter, let's learn a little bit more about their team.
Estonia will be missing their highest ranked player for this tie. 19-year-old Mark Lahal, ranked 389th in the world, suffered an ankle injury 3 weeks ago, which ruled him out of contention. A massive blow for the Estonians.
For sure, he's a miss because he's playing very good right now. He's I don't know, his ranking is like 390. He's winning a lot of matches, especially on hard court. So for sure it will be tougher without him, but we will do our best even without him. But he's playing very good at the moment.
Lahal's absence means Tom is the highest ranked player on either team. He's currently 663rd in the world, but is well aware that there is no room for complacency.
Yeah, the ranking really doesn't, in these tournaments and in this level, it doesn't really matter because everyone can beat everyone and everyone can lose to everyone. So I mean, lately I've been playing quite okay, but still there are many things where to improve and to do better.
The Estonians arrived in Kingston over a week ahead of the tie, giving them time to acclimatize to contrasting temperatures.
Yeah, it's completely different because in Estonia it's very cold right now. It's impossible to play outdoors. So we had to come earlier to get used to the conditions because it's quite warm and outdoor and it's different. So, but the first few days was tough, but now it's getting good, getting better and better every day.
And then there is the issue of the newly resurfaced courts.
It's quite high bouncing court and we are used to maybe a little bit more faster courts, but as you play different tournaments, you experience very different courts. Some courts are really fast, some of them are really slow. And so this is one of the slow ones. So, and high bounce, and you know, it's but it's nothing that we haven't had before. So it's a slow hard court.
But whatever the challenges, the Estonians have one target come Sunday afternoon.
As a team, of course, we want to win. That's for sure. So, I don't think it's very useful to think about the outcome too much right now. We just try to prepare, and we don't know much about the other guys. Maybe they don't know much about us. So it's really, of course, we are here to win, but it's very tough to predict. So we just try to stay healthy and be healthy on the match day, and then we'll see.
Yeah, so a lot of work for the Estonians to do. We are with now Patrick Hilton, President and CEO of the NCB Financial Group. And NCB, such a wonderful sponsor of tennis in Jamaica. And Mr. Hilton, you're smiling from ear to ear, no doubt, because Jamaica in control, and looks as if the sponsorship is paying off already.
Yes, no, I'm very happy to be associated with Tennis Jamaica. We are very happy to be associated with the development of tennis. I must say I'm very impressed with what I've seen this afternoon. Not just in terms of Jamaica's performance, as I saw from Randy Phillips in winning the first game, but just in terms of the level of organization, in terms of the excitement, you know, in terms of the energy that you feel being here. So very happy to be associated, very happy to see how it is developing, and very happy to see what is happening here today.
And you're a regular visitor to the Eric Bell Tennis Club, because you know you watch amateur tennis here quite a lot, but I bet you've never seen anything like this in terms of the look of the facility.
No, not at all. I mean, it has been transformed, truly transformed. I came here today and I was wondering if it was the same place. Right? So it looks good, it looks great, it's beautiful. You know, it's well organized. I was just saying to John, you know, earlier, John Azar, the president of Tennis Jamaica, that I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing here today.
Yeah, and with a look like this and with a feel like this, it must give NCB even more impetus to push some more money into tennis.
Well, we're always looking for value in our investments, and clearly, you know, they have demonstrated that they have the ability to put things together, to organize properly, to deliver results, and once that is there, we're always willing to come on board and to support it.
Yeah, definitely great to have NCB as part of tennis and as part of this event specifically. I mean, just talk to us about your brand, and if you had the opportunity to speak to every individual here today, what would you be telling them about the NCB brand?
Well, NCB is here, you know, as we say, building a better Jamaica. We believe in not only doing well, but doing good, right? We believe that as a Jamaican institution from birth, right, NCB is committed to Jamaica. NCB is committed to the development of Jamaicans. We are inspired every time, you know, we can contribute to something that elevates Jamaica or Jamaicans, right? We are committed to a society. We have, as a Jamaican institution, sort of reversed the trend that we saw some years before, with institutions expanding into Jamaica, and instead we are expanding across the region. So, we try to be a good role model, and we try to bring value to all our customer relationships. That's our commitment.
And just to say, we need to understand the difference between doing well and doing good. Doing well is for NCB, doing well is for the country, Jamaica.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Patrick Hilton, and all the best.
My pleasure.
President and CEO of the NCB Financial Group. More tennis to come from the Eric Bell Centre in Kingston. We go to a break, but we go to a break with a look at the experience that the Jamaican team had in Greece last year. They will be hoping there is no repeat of it.
In 2022, Jamaica travelled to Athens for a Group 2 Davis Cup playoff tie against Greece. The Jamaicans were massive underdogs, but at the end of the opening day, they took a surprise 2-0 advantage on the back of wins from Roland Phillips and Blaise Bicknell on the clay of the Ace Tennis Club. Heartbreakingly, however, the Greeks roared back, winning the doubles and reverse singles on day 2 to clinch the tie by 3 matches to 2.
It was a rough loss, to say. Went up 2-love, we always learn from our losses, so I think it was a bad experience, but it was also a good one because we learned a lot as a team, learned what to do and what not to do.
The experience was great because now we get to see a first-class organization like Greece, how they prepared, how they had a whole team of doctors, nutritionists, you had coaches. They had like 7 people on their staff. So those guys they calculated down to where they have the computers. They have the laptop there where they're tracking the guys, how much mileage they're putting in, how much they inputted. So I think that's where we're heading. And for us to even compete at that level, we're gonna have to give more into the association as far as coaches, trainers, doctors. Everybody gotta be on board. So it just can't be a 2-man team, because when you go up against a team like Greece where they have 8 people on their staff, this not counting the players, it's hard to win. But for us, it's just a learning experience too, because we were up 2-0, and we saw that between matches how one bad call can change the whole course of a tournament, and that just comes with experience. But if that situation happened again, I think the guys are to learn, hey, I've been down this road before, so let's just get over this hurdle.
Certainly a learning experience, we were maybe a little too happy going into the second day, thinking that we already had done enough. And so it's important, and it was important for us to learn going forward that, you have to see it through to the finish. So really just making sure that we take it one match at a time until we get to the finish line, and sort of not be happy just to be there, but if you want to win, you have to get the 3rd win, you have to get that 3rd match. So that's our only focus.
Doing when the money call, gotta get it now, ain't no time to stop. Tell them I want everything, yeah, I want it all. What's the point of grinding if you ain't gon' ball? I gotta go, I gotta dash, I gotta run, go.
La Liga Week 20 closes out on Monday with a mid-table clash. Rayo Vallecano, Almeria, 3 p.m., 4 ECT, live on SportsMax 2 and the SportsMax app.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
Beautiful shots there. Meters away from the Micah University College as we get ready for the second match of this tie. Blaise Bicknell up against Kenneth Reisma. The Jamaicans taking the early lead. Roland Phillips getting victory in the first match. 6-1. 6-1. Fabulous performance over Christian Tam. And now we get ready to see the second encounter of the afternoon. The Jamaicans looking to take a 2-0 advantage. Estonia looking to fight their way back into this tie. And this is the man who will have to do it for them. Kenneth Reisma, Tartu, Estonia is his birthplace. 24 years old now, pretty tall, 6'4", 181 pounds, ranked 1,640 in the world. So he will come into this one as the underdog. I have alongside me Adahin. He is the General Secretary of the Estonia Tennis Federation. And yeah, this is an important match for the Estonia team, Ada.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. First match didn't go as we expected, and we really hope Kenneth will stay in the match and keep it alive.
Yeah, there is Blaise Bicknell, 21 years old now, 6'2", 180 pounds, has been climbing the rankings. 600, made that 769 in the world now. Has some weapons, Blaise Bicknell, and you'll see it starting with the serve, and he will be looking to put together a performance equally as brilliant as his teammate Roland Phillips in the opening match of this tie. So we're closer to the start of this one. Tell us a little bit about Kenneth, his game. First of all, he is a lefty.
Yes, he's a lefty, and it's always a bit tricky to play against lefties. So I think that's something what Kenneth has to kind of use as a weapon.
Oh, misses the volley. Number of arrows from the starts of the encounter, and a chance right away for the Estonian to take the early lead.
I guess it's quite a challenge for the both players to start this match. Bicknell just came from the States, I believe, and the second day on these courts, and it is a tricky. I mean, he needs to get used to it, and also for Kenneth, actually, I think his last match was like maybe mid-November, so he's not really a professional anymore. So he's coaching, so it's a challenge to cope actually with the game at the moment.
Kenneth Reisma for Estonia to serve. 15
will be a slightly different match this match where Tom trying to maintain the pace, and Roland Phillips was the one showing all the patience. Blaise Bicknell is a more aggressive player. He will go for his big shots, and Kenneth Reisma looks like a player who's going to be counter-punching and trying to stay in the points and get the arrows coming from the racket of his opponent.
That's true. I believe Kenneth is more or less a player who doesn't really create the speed, or he tries to use the speed of the opponent. So it's going to be a kind of a battle.
Very nice tennis from the racket of Kenneth Reisma. Nice heavy shots.
He has a good hands, so he can really place the ball and play with the ball. So maybe, as I mentioned, he doesn't want to create that much speed, but he's always there and kind of takes the ball as early as possible and then makes the speed like with the earliest point of contact.
Oh, that's beautiful tennis. Lovely volley to finish. Just the start the Estonians would have wanted after losing the opening match. As you rightly pointed out, it was only Thursday night that Blaise Bicknell was playing for his collegiate team in the United States of America, only arrived in Jamaica on Friday, and so hasn't had a lot of time to acclimatize and prepare specifically for this match. That's a beautiful serve. The lefty serve out wide, always a difficult one to track.
It is, and I think the placement also was quite perfect at the moment. And Blaise maybe couldn't really read the ball, which direction it's going to be.
Seats quickly, please, ladies and gentlemen.
So now Blaise Bicknell will be looking to settle. Oh, that's just great defending from Reisma. Made the Jamaican play one more shot, and he couldn't close it out.
I think it's important right now to Blaise as well to get into the game and get used to it.
He has the big shots, Bicknell, but Reisma is soaking up the pressure nicely. A rare arrow. Gets a loud cheer from the fans. And you're very much right, Bicknell wouldn't have had a lot of time to get accustomed to the court. It's a newly relayed surface, so it's the first time ever he would be playing a match on it. The other players would have had more time this week to train. At most, he must have had one practice session coming into this.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe somebody will think it's a simple court, but it's as you mentioned, newly renovated, and it creates actually different spins, and it's not as it is. Maybe also it's going to be completely different. Maybe in a month's time also the court. Yeah.
It's also probably a higher bounce than he would be accustomed to here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot to open up the court. Just taking that ball early.
good return, made it like a easy finish.
Slice, and the Estonian with a second break in this opening set.
3 games to love.
The Jamaican shell-shocked. Initially, when the nominations came out, it was Jürgen Sapp who was down to represent Estonia in this contest. Of course, the teams have until 1 hour before match time to make a change. That change was made earlier with Kenneth Reisma replacing Jürgen Sapp, and clearly Reisma very much ready. He's come out firing, he's come out striking the ball really well, being patient where he needs to, using the pace that is being given to him by Blaise Bicknell to good effect.
Using the base and also maybe variety, because in the slices and top spins, as we talked about, actually the surface kind of makes the ball jump a bit differently when you slice and when you top spin the ball, and I think that's actually one part where Blaise is not really coping at the moment. So he, as I mentioned, he needs to get used to it, and for sure he's getting better after every game. So we have to kind of be there, or Kenneth has to be there as well.
Reisma with an opportunity to serve for a 4-0 advantage in the opening set. Superb start for the lefty. And it continues. Of the Estonian.
A little bit of tension both sides.
15-30.
This is why you get that insurance break in tennis, and Reisma with a couple of early breaks. Bicknell finally looking as if he's settling down in this opening set, has a couple of breakpoint opportunities.
Yeah, a couple of unforced errors from Kenneth's side, and gives the opportunity to break back.
Great exchange. The Estonian gets the better of it.
But also a bit lucky.
Yeah, knows as well that if he can find a way to close out this game, could really take this set away from Blaise Bicknell. Will probably have him thinking about the second. And if Bicknell can get the break back here, he'll have belief for this opening set. Second break chance coming up. And a double fault to hand the break. At least one of them back to the Jamaican. Quite a few of those forehands in the first game. That one barely landed in.
It was a close one. And maybe even Kenneth a bit thought that's going to be long or wide.
Finally putting his game together now, Bicknell. Holds for the first time in the contest. Now within a game, the opening set becomes a battle after all. 3-2, the Estonian leads. Lovely combination here, the kick serve out wide and the big forehand to finish.
And that's what it is at the moment. It took a few games plays Bicknell to get into the game, and at the moment he played a very good service game.
Big game coming up here for Reisma. He jumped out to a 3-0 advantage. Now the advantage is just one break. Just a way to start.
He also kind of feels that he has to, step up and put a bit speed to the ball.
Really solid player is Reisma. Just looking to keep that heavy ball as deep in the court as possible. Knows that Bicknell will want to force the issue. Both players able to get those first serves in so far. Reisma already 77%, 10 of 13. So not missing too many first serves. And that's another beautiful serve. That left to serve out wide, we spoke about it. That's a second ace in that direction.
And I think that's also one of the keys of this match to get the percentage of the serve, especially the first serve in, and keep the pressure. Because with the second serve, always there is a possibility that opponent will attack.
A lovely rhythm on that serve. Picked his spot perfectly. And then comes up with a double fault. The second of the encounter. The crowd getting more and more vocal. And for the big forehand down the line. Never really looked in control. That's the way to get it done. Bicknell built some momentum, but the Estonian responds and leads by 4-2 in the opening set. Just the way you want it. Put under a little bit of pressure, but responding.
That's true. And make place Bicknell also maybe take the risk and pass him at the net, and that's also one option to make a pressure, to put the pressure on an opponent.
Notice as well that Blaze plays really quickly. He's at the ready before Reisma even got into position. Tennis soaked up the pressure, and when he had his opportunity, he took full advantage with the backhand.
Yeah, he really used his backhand, yeah, moving towards the ball and hitting to the open court.
Looks a solid player, this 24-year-old. Yeah. Another really good tactical play, the short slice, bringing the Jamaican in, and then the deep forehand.
That's right. I think Kenneth is quite good actually doing that and making the opponent play where actually he doesn't want to play.
Bicknell did well to chase that toss just now. He's been inconsistent with that toss so far. You really don't want to be chasing that ball. Beautiful. That's the shot of the day.
Exactly.
Backhand down the line pass. Looked like the Estonian had it covered. And then this. Beautifully done. That is not an easy shot to hit. And follows up with a good enough first serve to inch ahead in the game. Bicknell fights from 15-30 down and holds.
Yeah, he fights well and stays in the game and stays focused, and also a good serve from 30 all, and putting to the deuce or the ad corner as well. Ad kind of a top spin serve, so ball bounces high and it's difficult to return.
Bicknell hoping to recover from his slow start, but still down a break. growing in confidence in the game. Reisma did a lot of his work early, going up by 3 games to love. Converted 2 break points, the Estonian, 2 from 2 so far. So perfect. There's Jürgen Zopp behind him, the man initially down to play this match. Maybe we'll see him in the doubles on day 2. High quality player Jürgen Zopp, got to as high as 71 in the world. Had a sensational 2012 season where he played in 3 of the 4 Grand Slams. The French Open was the only one he didn't play. Got to the 2nd round at the US Open. And then in 2018, he got to the 3rd round of the French Open, beat a couple of really good players. And there is Thanios, the Lebanese here in Jamaica, part of the local tennis association, doing tremendous work in helping to organize this event. But yeah, Jürgen Zopp, outstanding player. As I said, among the players he beat at that 2018 French Open, Denis Istomin, who was as high as 33 in the world. So quality player.
15.
But Zopp is 34 years old now, and as he said, no longer a professional tennis player, but would have been brought into the squad. Did play last year and played singles as well.
Yeah, he's been our wild card, kind of. He's maybe 3 years now, non-professional, just playing the German league.
He's a good wild card to have.
Yeah, it's the best one, I would say, at the moment.
Already the rallies much longer in this match than they were in the opening match.
And also in the beginning of the match. So it's both players are growing into the match.
He'll want that one back. Potentially detrimental forehand miss. Seems a lot more comfortable. There's John Azar, the president of Tennis Jamaica, has led this outstanding show. But he seems a lot more comfortable, Reisma, taking the ball early on the backhand side.
Yes, he does feel himself maybe more comfortable from the backhand side, and can create the early kind of a touch of the ball and make the speed with that one.
Started tennis at 5 years old, Kenneth Reisma. This man started at 2 years old. Almost feel as if it was a plan. Not afraid to volley, and that's a good one.
Some important points coming up.
And it's Reisma who takes the first one, and with that, a 5-3 lead, 27 minutes in, and the Estonian 1 game away from the opening set.
That's important for the self-confidence, and as I mentioned, he hasn't played many matches lately, so it's important to have confidence there.
That one called wide. It's also getting just a little bit windy as well. Usually it doesn't really get windy at this venue at this time of the day. Usually between 1 and 3 it can be extremely windy, which it wasn't today, mostly because of the rain, the cool conditions, but just a gentle breeze, maybe a little bit more than gentle, blowing across the venue now.
But I think that's not really disturbing the players at the moment too much.
This is the backhand down the line.
15-all.
Yeah, really struggling with the toss.
Yeah, he is. Oh.
I'm not sure what happened there. That ball looked like clearly out.
Yeah, it was.
We'd love to see the replay of that again. It looked clearly out. It wasn't called out. The chair umpire didn't overrule. Reisma can't believe it. To be honest, I can't believe it. Would love to see that again.
That margin was a little bit too big. I mean, making mistakes is okay, but that was slightly.
That was in the other box. Oh, that's a great serve. That one was in. Pretty sure we'll get a chance to have a look at the previous serve. Bicknell closes out the game. Controversial call in the middle of it, but he composes himself. And now it's Reisma who will need to compose himself and try and close it out. Well, here's another look at that serve that we've been talking about. An opportunity to see exactly where that one landed. No, wasn't that one?
That wasn't the one.
Yeah, that was not the one. It was at 15-all. Yeah, not the one at all. Not the one at all.
It's the next one.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's gone. It's something you have to live with.
I just want to ensure that I'm not blind.
No. This time, no.
Big moment in the first set coming up. Reisma will be serving for it. Has been good on serve. High percentage of first serves in. Oh, that's a great backhand. Last time it was down the line. This time it's cross court because the approach shot was good from the backhand of the Estonian.
That was a quite good approach, but even better passing shot.
Gets the arrow off the serve.
It was a good serve also to the body and serve. These people couldn't actually move away from the ball. So. But yeah, it is important to keep the service percentage up and try to bring it home. That's it for Estonians at least.
Yeah, he isn't missing those first serves. That's the shot he loves. Short to the backhand side. He can go cross court. He can go down the line.
Exactly.
And it has power on it as well. That's excellent tennis in a tight moment.
also he can play the angles, you know, the shorter one and longer one.
That's top tennis. Top tennis. Perfect time to hit that drop shot inside the court, in control. Bicknell has seen a lot of hard, flat backhands from that position. That's the way to think the game.
That's the variety of shots Kenneth can produce. Sometimes slice, sometimes stop. Drop shots.
14-13.
If he is the one who turns up to play more than Phillips, that could be a pretty good match. Two real solid players who are not afraid to grind out wins. Set point, second one for the Estonian. This time, he gets the job done. Kenneth Reisma silences the crowd in Kingston. Takes the opening set of this second match against Blaise Bicknell by 6-4. Excellent first set from Kenneth Reisma. And a great way to finish it. Just the way he won so many of his points on solid backhand shots. Now, here's the controversial point. That was just too wide to be called in. That is ridiculous. I've never seen a call as bad as that. And I don't think Kenneth Reisma has ever seen one either. And how the umpire did not see that to overrule, I don't know. And I don't think anyone inside the venue who just saw it on the big screen can believe it either. There are the statistics from the first set. 69% first serve in for Bicknell, 75% for the Estonian. 2 aces for Reisma, just 1 for Bicknell. 2 double faults laid down by Reisma. 3 winners apiece. Look at the unforced error count, 23 for Reisma. And yeah, did very well at the net, the Estonian, 5 of 6, taking the opening set by 6-4.
La Liga Week 20 closes out on Monday with a mid-table clash. Rayo Vallecano, Almeria, 3 p.m., 4 ECT, live on SportsMax 2 and the SportsMax app.
Fear you're missing out? Don't miss another event with SportsMax. Enjoy full live content on our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with all things sports. Rewatch highlights of your favorite zone moments. Join our community and share in the passion of sports viewers everywhere. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the SportsMax YouTube channel today.
On Sunday, watch Denver Nuggets at the Minnesota Timberwolves, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. ECT on SportsMax. India and Australia continue their quest in the World Test Championship. This is the opening test of 4, February 8 to 13 on SportsMax. On Sunday, watch Denver Nuggets at the Minnesota Timberwolves, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. ECT on SportsMax.
Start of the second set. In the second match of day 1 in this Group 2 Davis Cup playoff time between Jamaica and Estonia, Roland Phillips of Jamaica won the opening match, giving the home team the lead, but Blaise Bicknell down by a set to love. 15-love to start this second set. Took a while to get going in the opening set. Bicknell fell behind by 3 games to love. Got one of the 2 breaks back, but this man was able to hold on for the 6-4 first set victory. The fans really trying to pump Bicknell up and get him going, shouting, "Let's go Blaise," during the break. That's a good forehand. Rifling it up the line. Seizing the opportunity to find the open court. Gave the Estonian a chance. Hit a pretty good backhand and Bicknell couldn't keep the volley down. The lights are on at the Eric Bell Tennis Center. Yeah, he's been struggling with that toss for the entire match. The ball getting away from him so often and he has to be chasing it. That one was called wide. He thought he had it. This time he does have it. Makes a solid start to the second set, the Jamaican. Once again, Blaise Bicknell, 21 years old, only arrived in the island on Friday. Played on Thursday for his collegiate team in US collegiate action. And so would have had limited time to prepare specifically for this match in these conditions on what is a newly laid surface. And it took him some time to get going, but he seems to be in decent rhythm now. And Mel Spence, the Jamaica Davis Cup coach slash non-playing captain, who has coached Bicknell since he was around 11 years old, so he knows him very well. And so he, more than anyone else, would know exactly what to tell him in these moments.
Please, quickly, please.
Reisma to serve. Can't give him those short backhands. Has consistently shown throughout this match that when he's able to step in on that backhand side, he's winning well over 90% of those points. And Bicknell will be well served, trying to stay away from that pattern. The forehand is where he doesn't seem as confident, although he got away with that one because Bicknell had a good look at the pass. Oh. 6-1, 6-1 for Roland Phillips over Christian Tom in the first match. Kenneth Reisma winning the first set of this second match 6-4 as he tries to get the Estonians level in the tie. Very focused performance so far from the Estonian. Solid off both wings, backhand, forehand. It's really nice variations. Throws in a third double fault of the match. It's not the worst time to throw in a double fault if you're ever going to do so. 40 love up, still well ahead in the game. Still 2 opportunities to close it out and level at 1-1 in the second. There's the drop shot. That seals the game.
1 game all.
1-1. Always so difficult when you're playing someone like Reisma. You know you have to try and keep that ball deep because he has so many options when the ball is short in the court. And he continues to get the better of Bicknell once he's able to get into those patterns. Bicknell has to continue to hold serve. He doesn't want to get behind in this second set. That would only increase the pressure. He would understand the magnitude of the occasion, playing in front of his home crowd in Davis Cup for the first time. Really big game this coming up. And a big couple of points as well, missing the first serve. But this time, produces a solid second serve. So important as a player. Yes, the crowd is there and they'll try to push you as much as possible, but it's so important as a player to try and stay in the moment. You feed off the energy of the crowd, but you also understand that you need that clarity of thought in terms of what you need to do. Roland Phillips was brilliant with that in the first match. That's a good shot. Good combinations. Pulling Reisma out wide and then really just guiding it down the line for a short winner. Hitting the corner as well. Reisma soaking up the pressure though. There was a ball in that rally where Bicknell thought it was going long and pretty much stopped playing. And then it landed on the line. And the game continues. Another opportunity to go 2-1 in front.
Len, replay the point. The ball boy dropped the ball.
Once again, Reisma disappointed that that call went against him. Now the ball boy did drop the ball. Umpire pretty much called an automatic let. Reisma is thinking that it did not affect the server. Now I know the rules, but to be honest, I agree with him. Bicknell misses that one. And we're back level in this game. Deuce. But these are those big moments that you have to have great clarity. And the Estonians, they know how big this is. Always going to be in control when he gets a solid first serve in, Blaise Bicknell. That's another chance to go 2-1 up. Variety again coming from the racket of the Estonian, disrupting the rhythm of the Jamaican. Bicknell likes the pace. Good tactical play from Reisma, dropping a few feet behind the baseline to soak up the pressure. And then slowing things up, getting the slice in there and the approach. Giving Bicknell so much to think about in 1 point. Oh, that's a beautiful finish. Bicknell didn't do enough with the approach shot. Was a little bit slow to get up there. And then when he did, just rolled it up the center of the court. And the Estonian in the perfect position to put it away. Tactically, really good tennis from Reisma. Oh, that is brilliant. Guessed right. And comes up with a backhand pass. And the Estonian has the break in the second. And what a way to get it. It's a good serve. Set up the point beautifully. Went to the backhand corner. Surprising that he would have gone to the backhand corner because Reisma has been hitting that backhand so well for the entire match. And you would think in a situation like that you would be testing the forehand. Pay the price. And now has it all to do in this match. It's been an excellent performance so far from the lefty. Reisma has been brilliant on serve, winning 20 of the 25 points when he's gotten in his first serve. That's up at 80% in comparison to Bicknell at this stage, 16 of 25, only at 64%. You want to be up in at least the 70s in terms of points won in that first serve, and especially when so much of your game, like a Blaise Bicknell, depends on the quality of the first serve. Can he fight his way back? Beautiful shot. Exactly what Reisma wants. to have those opportunities with the ball short on his backhand. Can hit it just about anywhere. Down the line, cross court, can find a drop shot in there as well. And it's Bicknell who looks just a little bit rattled now. Knows he's up against it. Rare miss from a position of strength, of control. Probably just ran into the ball, didn't give himself enough room to play the backhand shot. Great defending initiative from the Estonian. But Bicknell kept plugging away. And now puts some pressure on and gives himself a chance at 30-all in this game as he tries to get the break back. Oh wow, a lot of time for a double fault. Terrible time for a double fault. And this is where I think the crowd can make a difference as well. They get quite vociferous in situations like this. So that Tam probably didn't handle it well in that first match. It's a great return. Dictating with the forehand. Was aggressive from the return. Reisma did well to soak up the early pressure. But Bicknell went right back to work. The feet moving really well in that point, ensuring that he was hitting only forehands, that he stayed ahead in the point. And he's back level in this second set.
Thank you, players are ready.
Once again, he plays so quickly in position, ready to serve before the Estonian has even walked across to his spot. Yeah, that's exactly what you don't want, having got the break. You want to set it down, you want to put some pressure on your opponent. He's already feeling the pressure. But you've just released that a little bit with a double fault to start the game, and then you miss the first serve on the very next point. He is feeling the pressure, Reisma. There's no doubt about it. So this is where Bicknell really has to dial in, take care of his serve. Another error of the racket of Reisma. Once again, Bicknell using that heavy forehand to dictate the rally. And it wasn't even that deep in the court, but always difficult to pull that ball when it has so much spin on it down the line. Barely clipped the line. And Bicknell finishes it off with the forehand winner. And after double faulting the first point of this game, the 21-year-old Jamaican has a chance to go in front. And remember, he was down a break. Important game. The fans stand. And why not? They know how important that was. So important for him to continue to get the first serve in, Blaise Bicknell, because when he does that, more often than not, he's going to be in control of the rallies. He can dictate with his heavy forehand, keep this man out of the center of the court. That's where he wants to be, in the center of the court, especially on his backhand, where he has a number of shots he can go to. The Jamaican flags are out. And they're much closer to capacity now in terms of the support at the Eric Bell Tennis Center. First time that Davis Cup has been held in Jamaica since 2007. And what a return, what an atmosphere to return to. This is where you have to really zone in, whether you're Bicknell or Reisma. He'll be disappointed he didn't put that away, Bicknell. Really good chance once again, deciding to go to the backhand side, and maybe directly at the Estonian. With the forehand side pretty much open for him on that occasion. Can be tough, but those decisions, especially in a match that is tight, so critical. Quite a slice. Turned out into a high quality drop shot. Short slice cross court. Bicknell caught behind the baseline. Unable to get up to it in time. Terrific tennis, calm under pressure. You know, whenever he gets the opportunity, he will step in, he will come in. Has been very good at net today.
card. 14-20.
Well-worked point by the Jamaican. The crowd very much into this. They know if Bicknell can squeeze out a break here, he's right back in it. Wow. Hasn't missed many of those. And that's what I was talking about in terms of the decision making now. He's made very good decisions so far this match, especially on that backhand. But maybe on that occasion, the better shot would have been the drop shot. Now Bicknell with a breakpoint opportunity to go 4-2 up in the second. It's a great serve. That is a fantastic serve. Just what you want in a big moment like that. And these moments in the context of the set, in the context of the match, are massive moments. The left to serve out wide on the ad side. Here again about the decision making. Maybe the drop shot on that occasion wasn't the best option. It was a nice heavy deep ball. Not enough time, I don't think, to try and execute that shot. And he was never in control of it. Bicknell breaks. He's arrived, and they know it. Took him a while, but the 21-year-old is battling hard and has the lead in the second set, up by 4-2. Just the way you want to back up a break. Start strong on serve. Ensure you do not release whatever pressure your opponent is feeling at the other end of the court. And he hasn't. 2 good serves, 2 errors coming off the forehand of the Estonian. Hasn't been his best serving day, I don't think, Bicknell, but continues to fight. And so does the Estonian. stays in this game. Set it up really well, did Bicknell. Went safe on the first forehand.
13-14.
Allowed Reisma to get in the point. And when he saw the opening up the line, he went for it. And produced a miss from the forehand of the Jamaican. And now an opportunity. And the second serve to go with that. Double fault, and Reisma breaks back. From love 30 down, he won the last 4 points of that game. And we're back on serve in the second. The Estonian trying to level the tie after Roland Phillips had won earlier. 21 years old, Blaise Bicknell played his first Davis Cup tie for Jamaica in 2020. Has played 10 ties now for the country, has done really well in singles. 9 wins and just 3 losses. Very good win-loss ratio for him, and he continues to improve with each passing season. And while Roland Phillips continues to lead the way in wins, there's a feeling that when this man is all done, he might be the leader. Has a lot of quality, there's a lot of hope for him. Has played Grand Slam qualifying and Grand Slam tennis at the junior level. The #1 ranked Jamaican player at the moment is Bicknell, 769 in the world. But this is where he has to show what he's really made of in a massive situation like this. Tense, the crowd behind him. His country depending on him to try and give them a 2-0 advantage going into day 2. Still has the lead 4-3, but we're back on serve. A very good second serve from the Estonian, and once again the passing off the forehand of Bicknell, not to the level that we've seen the quality of his passing on the backhand. 2 gorgeous backhand passes in the opening set, but he shanked a few forehands in similar positions. Mr. Commentator, what are you talking about? There's a perfect response. And maybe that tops both backhand passes that we've seen. Oh, it's a beautiful forehand up the line. And Bicknell was more than equal to the task. showed some speed there. Plays Bicknell. Did really well to get up to that drop shot. Definitely wasn't a bad shot to play in that moment, but Bicknell read it really well. Stepped on the accelerator, got up to it, made a good enough first shot, and then the follow-up made quite comfortable. Top of the tape, 2 break points coming up for Bicknell. So both men now getting opportunities to break. And this could be the 3rd straight break, I think, in this second set. That's a good serve, though. Another break point opportunity coming up for Bicknell. For the first time in this match, we see one of these players double faulting, break point down. And Bicknell has the opportunity now to serve to level this match. And he has the crowd fully behind him. Again, deciding to try and pass him on that backhand side. Reisma held his ground, almost as if expecting that is where Bicknell would go. Had enough time to hit the inside out, I think. Opening up the court nicely, the Estonian lefty. And this is where a couple of big serves could really help the Jamaican. There is one. His first serve percentage has dropped significantly. Bicknell down to 58% now, winning 66% of those. Definitely wants to be getting in more of those first serves. Yeah, once again giving him the opportunity to open up the court with that down the line forehand. Bicknell running around his backhand. And if you don't get a really heavy shot that puts your opponent on the defensive, there's always the chance that that will happen. 2 break chances coming up to get back on serve. And misses the forehand up the line. And another break in this set, the 4th in a row, I think. And Bicknell will have to try and break again to close out this second set. Remember, the Estonian won the opening set 6-4, having jumped out to a 3-0 lead. It's Bicknell who has been ahead for a lot of the latter stages of this second set, because he did go down a break early, rallied, took control of the match. Looked as if he would run away with the set, but the Estonian has stayed strong. Gritty character. Kenneth Reisma. He is ranked well below Blaise Bicknell. Bicknell 769 in the world. He is 1,640, but you're not seeing the difference in ranking, just like we didn't see that in the opening match when it was Phillips ranked in the 1300s who beat the world number 663. But it was Christian Tom who said in the build-up to this tie that on any given day, just about anybody could beat anybody. And we're seeing that already on the opening day of competition. The Estonians serving to stay in the second set. Yeah, living in that forehand side now. Surprised it has taken him so long to realize that that's probably the weaker side of the Estonia, that there's an opportunity to set up a lot of the points by keeping the ball deep and heavy on the forehand wing. But he's just started to do a much better job now. That's just smart tennis. Really smart tennis from this 21-year-old. Using the deep, heavy forehand, waiting on that short ball and ripping it to the open court. 2 points away from the second set. Misses. Trying to get out of that pattern of having to soak up a lot of pressure on the forehand side. Goes for the inside out winner early in the point. And that creates 3 set points for the Jamaican. Can he convert? We've already seen a few double faults on breakpoint opportunities in this match. Not on that occasion. With the overhead, and we are level in the second match of this Group 2 playoff tie in Kingston. Blaise Bicknell comes up big, gets the break, and with that the second set by 6-4, and we're level. It's a 1-set shootout now. What heart, what determination from the Jamaican. A difficult start for him, but he's worked his way into this match beautifully. Went down a break early in the second set, but showed a lot of composure. And he's figured it out. Here's a look at it. First serve percentage 65 for Bicknell, 64 for Reisma, 2 aces for Reisma, 1 for Bicknell, double faults 7 and 3, 10 winners for Bicknell to 9 from Reisma in that one. And our statistician quite harsh on the unforced errors, 42 apiece. Break points, 3 of 5 for Bicknell, 4 of 4 for Reisma. So he's converting at 100%. He's been doing brilliantly at the net, 9 from 11 Reisma. And in terms of the total points won, 60 to 56, Bicknell just edging ahead in that department. It's a really close match, 6-4 in either set. Very difficult to pick a winner from this point on because they both have the quality to go on and win this match. You get the feeling that Bicknell has the weapons that he can open this match up. But in these tight situations, it's not always easy to go after those shots, especially because he was missing a few, especially in that second set. But let's see how he starts the third and deciding set. This match, 1 set all, the tie, Jamaica in front, 1-0. Double fault to start the third. So a barrage of breaks to close out the second set. Bicknell would want to stop that at the start of the third. Don't want to fall behind early in the decider. Not that you can't come back from it, but it's so much more difficult. Good change up from Reisma, able to find the backhand of Bicknell, which he hasn't been able to do enough, especially when Bicknell has been able to hit those heavy forehands to his forehand. But that time just able to work the angle. And Bicknell missing the backhand slice. Struggling to find those first serves, but able to come up with a big heavy forehand, forcing the arrow from the racket of the Estonian. Oh, great serve. Probably hasn't hit enough of those today, but comes up with one in a big moment. That one called long.
13-14.
And another break point coming up. Reisma has been around for a while. He's 24 years old, but he played his first Davis Cup match in 2014. That's 9 years ago as a 15-year-old. Has a pretty solid record, 6-3 in singles, 8-3 in doubles. So has some amount of experience. Backhand goes long. He will feel that he should have at least forced Bicknell to come up with a volley on that backhand opportunity. But the Jamaican does well enough with the forehand volley to get back to deuce. Yeah, that's what he wants. That hasn't come out in a while, but he brought it out at a really good time. Oh, beautiful forehand cross court. Once again, getting into that pattern where he's able to pick up a short ball from punishing the forehand of his opponent. And then once he's able to step inside the court, he gets ahead in the rally. Back to deuce. Reisma smashing his head as Bicknell smashed into the open court. And game point coming up for the Jamaican. Very difficult to lob a player as tall as Blaise Bicknell. And it was a pretty good slice from the Jamaican. And a pretty good forehand as well. That's a great get. Not that though. Bicknell survives. Comes out of a really tough game to start the third. That's an important game to win. And stops the string of breaks. The tennis fraternity in Jamaica out in all their glory for the opening day of Davis Cup action. Under the lights in Kingston. Roland Phillips in the background there. He's done his jump for today. Defeating Christian Tom 6-1, 6-1. A victory significantly more comfortable than would have been expected. And there's the former Jamaica Olympic Association Vice President Don Anderson. His daughter Karen Anderson, the president of the Jamaica Squash Association, and a former top-class player, former Caribbean squash champion Karen Anderson. But tonight is about tennis. Lovely finish with the forehand. Bicknell gets the wrong way, just held the shot until the last minute, picked up where Bicknell was going and a hit into the open court. This time the backhand sails long. So much that can go through the mind of players in these situations. They know how big this is, and the deeper it goes, the more the tension will rise. But again, it's all about staying in the moment and
You're never far from home when you're watching Scene TV. We bring the Caribbean to you. And now it's even easier to stay up to date on all things Caribbean when you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Latest action in sports, the biggest news stories in the region, and all the excitement in the world of entertainment. So join our community today. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and click the notification bell to stay informed. Scene TV, your preferred eye to the Caribbean.
The best young talents European teams have to offer go head-to-head on the biggest stage. Watch the UEFA Youth League all season long on your home of champions.
This broadcast is brought to you by Minute Maid. Real like you're at home. Powerade. Pause for power with Powerade. And Dasani. Connect mind and body.
Knicks basketball is on MSG, and it is presented by Chase. As tonight, the Knicks have another tough challenge with the LA Clippers in town. Knicks taking the court for the first of back-to-back home games. Tomorrow night, the Knicks will play host to Philadelphia. Hi, everyone. I'm Bill Pito. It's great to have you with us. So the news is good concerning Jalen Brunson. He missed Thursday night's win over Miami with a non-COVID-related illness, but he is healthy and good to go and will start. Not named to the All-Star team, but surely an All-Star worthy month of January. 28.7 points per game, shot 48% from the floor, and how about 45% from downtown with over 5 assists a game. He has been great, and he is back. Down now to the guys who will call it for you, Kenny Albert and Clyde Frazier, guys.
Thanks very much, Bill. Great to be here alongside the Hall of Famer at times, too. Clyde, as usual, no surprise, you are prepared for the frigid temperatures outside.
Yeah, thank you, Kenny, but no animals will harm, folks. It's synthetic fabric.